Yep, here we are out in nature. I'm going to ask you to come with me for a walk. This is great out here, great outdoors. So about 30 minutes of this every other day will do a lot for you. And then if you want to make it a total package of being very healthy, you start eating natural foods. And by natural foods, I mean vegetarian. And no, I'm not going to give up on this because I'm surrounded by a health epidemic. And I can guarantee you that 90% of it is caused by what people are eating. Cancer, those things don't just come out of the blue. Heart disease, clogging up of arteries. Yeah, it's directly related to what you're eating. It's not funny. It's serious. So I'm bringing you a serious subject. And I'm telling you that you can avoid all that. And if you've got some health problems, you can take steps and turn it around immediately. I'm going to bring you a key real soon from a book I discovered. It has testimonies in it of people that have had stage 4 cancers and changed to a vegetarian raw food diet and cured themselves within a few short months. That's without having to have chemo and radiation and all that garbage pumped through them. Don't you think that's a bit much to go that route? Oh, I love it out here. But here, I wanted to tell you something. I've been a vegetarian for way over 4 decades. Changed a long time ago. In our late 20s, my wife went into the hospital and we came out the other side realizing that stuff don't just come out of the blue. It was a bad diet. She had a real junk food diet going. And you're going to pay dearly if that's what you've got going. Obesity is not a joke. That's a severe health problem. And there's people that run around eating junk and drinking soda pop. I mean, my Lord. What is it? The stats is about 70% of people on food stamps, that's their main diet, is a bunch of soda pops, cola's this and cola's that. It's a pretty sad thing. And it can be avoided, but you can't. You can't avoid it by, without changing. Come on, let's get real. If you're going to change for the better, then the change is going to have to start right there. And it's easy enough to do. You can get off that stuff. And detox, you can quit all the junk, the meats, the fried foods, and you'll go through some detox, but that's okay. You got to pay a little bit of, and you come out on the other side of it in just a few short weeks. I mean, you'll be feeling better than ever. But it's not going to happen if you keep running around eating junk and garbage. And the standard American diet, that's exactly what it is. We've been conditioned from a long time ago to eat that kind of stuff. And it's got us where we are now. We got a health epidemic. The boomers, I mean, really, the boomers are just coming down with afflictions left and right. And it's all because you're eating all these fats, the saturated fats, which are dairy and meats, junk, processed foods. And you're becoming a burden on everybody around. And it's a costly burden. It's real costly. All these trips to doctors and these scans and these cancers and, even high blood pressure medication that shouldn't be going on either. Come on, get real. You know, I changed way over 40 years ago, and you know what? My blood pressure is still around, I don't know, 115, somewhere along there. It varies, 110, 120, you know. But, if you're strung out on blood pressure medication, blood thinners, isn't that a sign that something ain't right in your body? And so take a look and just look down at what you're eating, what you set it before yourself, and ask yourself, what's this going to do for me? Or what's this going to do to me? And be truthful. Be real to yourself. Go to the mirror. Take a look. Look, see. Because that guy in the mirror, you can tell by looking at him, he's not going to tell you lies. You know him pretty well, don't you? So I'm just wanting to come to you, and I'm telling you that you don't have to be part of this epidemic. You don't have to be a charter member. You can change. You can be healthy. You can get rid of a lot of drugs, pharmaceuticals. You can get rid of a lot of painkillers. You can get rid of a lot of misery. If you're miserable and you're eating all the same old stuff that you've been programmed to eat for decades, then therein lies the problem. So I'm just letting you know that you don't have to have the doctor to be your best friend, because how many of them really actually tell you to change your eating habits? I know it happens sometimes, but they just keep you coming back. The food industry is such a joke that they're crippling you up, and then they're sending you on into the health business. It's a business. They keep you coming back, pat you up like a used car, then pat you on the bub, fanny on the way out, and see you in 6 months if you make it that long, or sooner if you got more problems coming along. And if you stay on the same trajectory and not changing to a healthier lifestyle, then you'll probably be back sooner than later. And then you become another weighty problem on your loved ones, because you're miserable, pain, complaining all the time. Really, it's not funny, but what's funny, I guess, is that people just turn a blind eye to that. And this knowledge has been around a while. And I'm going to bring you a book, a key, that real soon, that I discovered a while back, that tells you exactly what you're doing to yourself with everything you're eating. And yeah, lovely trips like this, they're good for you. Get out here and get some exercise. 30 minutes every other day. Do a lot for you. Eat raw vegetables and fruits. If you can't do that, then brother, look in the mirror and see what do you look like. Do you have a doctor? I don't have a doctor. No. And I'm not going to tell you my age. It's nobody's business. But the thing is, I've I made this change in my late 20s, and I've been on it over 4 decades, way over 4 decades. So you can do the arithmetic if you want to. But I can tell you that I don't have misery. I don't have prescriptions. I don't have. And if the Lord, He's promised me 120 years, I intend to collect on it. You can do it too, and you can do it and be healthy about it. If He takes me home, me and Him are just like that anyway. It's okay. But I'm here doing this because I'm wanting to get through to you that you can't just play around and be a namby-pamby around out here and expect that you can dodge the bullets. Really? Neo in the Matrix dodged bullets. But up to a point. But he was a bit, there were some adversaries, and you've got them in your life too. Anybody that's feeding you crap and taking your money and sending you right on to the doctor, they don't care anything about you. Get real. And I'm just wanting you to understand that you can do something about it. It's not that hard. You don't have to become a burden on your family, your bank account. Yeah, and that's another thing. If you get to where you can't pay these outstanding bills, you're going to be running up. And caretaking, all this stuff's pretty costly. They don't mind you signing over that you'll, give your house to pay for all these services they're giving you. I mean, come on, get real. It's just left and right, isn't it? And left to right. I wanting you to understand that you have the power within you to do something about it. You can surround yourself with the Lord's light. He can be your caretaker, and he'll take good care of you. You can visualize the light around you and in you with every breath you take. That's life force, isn't it? There's living water available. There's the garden. But I don't know how people got off on thinking that they could just run down animals and eat them. I mean, really, do you actually think you're a carnivore? Really? Come on, get real. Your digestive system shows different. Food goes down, round, round, and back out. And if it's meat in there, it stays in there days, and it putrefies, throws off toxins, does a lot of damage. Weakens cells because cells, if you eat that stuff day in, day out, your cells cannot stay strong enough to fight off all this assault on all your organs from all this basically poisoning yourself. It's time to wake up. I know it's a little heavy subject, but you can't come across and approach this subject without it getting heavy. I can't come at you and just cure you, and then you go forth and don't sin no more. That's what Jesus tells people, isn't it? Yeah, he tells us a lot of good stuff. But the way I see it, if you go forth and back to eating garbage, then you're just going to be slid back right into the same situation you were in that brought you to the point of needing healing. I mean, he will heal you. But he also said, go forth and sin no more. And I relate that you're sinning against yourself when you're defiling your body. And that's basically what you're doing when you're eating junk. And you're becoming a burden on everybody around you. And it's trips to the doctor. It's pain, anguish. And you turn the blind eye to it because nobody can tell you anything. You already know it all. You're not going to listen to me. But those of you that are hurting and need to change, I think if I can get through to just a few of you, I've done a lot here. I'm not doing this for any other reason except to help my fellow man. This health epidemic is no joke. If we had to pay all the bills, it'd bankrupt us. If we had to pay all these bills that this country, this government has run up trillions of dollars into debt, we'd all have to come up with $1 million or bankrupt. This is not a joke. It's pathetic. Take care of yourself and you won't need so much government assistance. And if you're looking for the government to bail you out in this situation, then you're in a sad place. I just want to get through to you. I'm trying to let you know that you have it within you to pull yourself up by your bootlegs and do better instead of doing worse. Because if you don't put forth some effort, then you're just becoming another burden, and you will be another statistic before too long. Our Lord offered, He promised us 120 years. And I think we can do it without being decrepit when we get there. I'm just asking you. Think about it. Think about it. Don't you want to live and see great grandchildren instead of just becoming a long lost memory, somebody that abused themselves till they're goners? I mean, it's kind of like almost like being a drug addict. And those guys, they do that to themselves over and over, become a goner because they can't stop. And if you can't stop eating junk that's good for you, you got a serious problem. It's not that hard to do. And you just think you're going to be healthier, you're going to feel better. Okay, I'm just letting you know that you can be okay. Subscribe to us. I'm going to bring you more. I'm going to bring you the key. I'm going to give you the book, which will let you know what you're doing to yourself. You can sit down in front of a plate of food and ask yourself, well, what's this going to do for me or to me? And that book will tell you exactly what to do. And there's testimonies in there where people have just cured stage 4 cancers. They've turned their whole life around when the medical profession was not saving them. You're going to have to take the responsibility to save yourself. Put forth some effort. Change. You know, right in here, you can change. And once you make that change right there, you can change the whole rest of your body, your life, your trajectory. Life can be good. And I realize that a lot of us, I've been full-time job raising a couple of kids. I realize what all that is. It's a load. And you can't get to your dreams because, you got so much on you. But you can change. And you'll be doing a big thing if I can get a lot of you to understand that you've got the ability to change your life and what's going on in it. So I'm going to sign off pretty soon here. Subscribe to me. We'll have more coming to you. I'm encouraging you. I'm a big encourager. I wouldn't be doing this otherwise. And if I can just get a few of you to understand that you can turn some things around, you might be in some bad health. And I know there's a lot of you in bad health. All you've got to do is take steps. It's always the hardest, taking the first step or two, isn't it? Yes, it is. No matter what you're doing, that's always the hardest thing. So, I'm going to head on back now, and I'm going to sign off soon. I've got original works of art, music. I am an original. I'm authentic here. I've done this. I've made this journey. And I don't have, my life and my everything signed over to the medical profession. I really don't need them. You don't either. Just treat yourself right. God bless you now. I'll see you soon on the flop side. Over and out.